posting,
I mean, it's
processing the information, I guess.
it's live, but nobody follows my YouTube channel. Like I like there's nothing on there. So I really just use it for this, and then I'll take the interview and edit it down. Like I'll grab it from YouTube and then edit it and then host it on the Flow Arts Institute channel, and then we'll put it on Facebook and on our website, but it's not live, so don't worry about that.
Okay. I'm just wondering if I'm in the clothes that I slept in last night. Like I'm wondering, did I put more clothes on? Like I didn't realize that there was gonna be my face here.
Oh no, I mean it's really whatever you want to do. If I can't pause, I can edit this out if you wanted to add more clothes. It's whatever you want. I think
sorry, let me just put some more clothes on. I'll be right back.
Okay. Just putting clothes on. I thought you looked perfect and lovely.
Last night I just passed out. I'm totally jealous. I just passed out in all of my clothes. And I'm so disoriented. It took me 3 tries to figure out what time I was actually supposed to be meeting with you. I kept doing the math in the wrong order.
I thought I made an invite for it and then it wasn't on my calendar and I was like, fuck.
Well, yeah, I don't know if I got an invite for it. I'm not sure.
I think it's something that I spaced on. I'm sorry about that.
Awesome. Yay.
Yay. All right. Well, so I'll just do an introduction so that we have it. So, hello. Welcome to this interview with the Flow Arts Institute media shebangling, whatever. I'm Poppy Tsunami. I'm here with Liz Knights, and we're here to discuss Ladies of Tech Poi. We're going to find out a little bit more about how this project got started, how long it's been going, and the response about it. So here is Liz. Welcome, Liz.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Why don't you start off? We'll just figure out a little bit more about you. Yeah, how did you stumble or discover the Flow Arts community? How long has it been going on?
So it's funny, people always ask that question and they always ask how long have you been spinning for, which makes sense. I kind of feel for the first question the answer is usually either I met a guy or I met a girl, or I broke up with a guy or I broke up with a girl. And for me, I met a guy. This is back in college and he spun Poi as well, and he got me into it, and I did it for a little while and then I kind of fell off the map, and then I got more into it again because I broke up with a guy. And then I went out to Burning Man, which is another probably cliche response, but I went out to Burning Man and I saw some people doing partner Poi out there, actually Greg and Margaret. I don't know if you know they're not really in the Poi scene so much anymore, I don't think, but that sort of inspired me to get back into it. It was partner Poi, really. And so came back to Boston, found someone else who was also into doing partner Poi, and we joined forces, and that's kind of how I got back into Poi and back into performing to begin with, which is pretty much my full-time job now. So, yep.
So how long ago was that?
I've been, let's see, performing and spinning for 6 years now, I want to say. Because that Burning Man I went to was in 2009, so yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I think it's really interesting that you're focusing on partner Poi. It takes another level of difficulty and skill.
Yeah, definitely. I haven't been pushing it a lot recently. I kind of just have been focusing on broadening the types of props I can do at a performance level. So really been spending the last year doing a lot of hooping actually. But partner interaction stuff is like definitely still a passion for me. So.
Were you ever involved in performance activities before meeting the guy that got you into Poi?
Yeah. I mean, I did some theater, I did some dance, but it wasn't like a big part of my life, no. I was always drawn towards circus type stuff. I had done like some juggling, some Diablo, stuff like that. I don't know if that's stuff that everybody does when they're growing up, but that's like devil stick, stuff like that. So I had like a little bit of past history with that.
Nice. Yeah, I think it's really, like, it isn't, I don't think it is what everyone does. Like, it's just people that kind of find ourselves in the community. It's like, oh, but yeah, we liked that always, kind of thing.
Yeah, doesn't everybody always like to throw things in the air and catch them? I don't know.
Oh, you did like to walk on your hands, you know?
Yeah.
So how did Ladies of Tech Poi start?
It started with Marvin Ong. He was the first one to create a Ladies of Tech Poi video. And I should have figured this out before talking to you, but I think the first video was posted, I want to say in 2012. And so he made one, and there was, I think, probably about 10 females in that one. I was not one of them at the point. And so I saw that, and that's, you know, that inspired me. Watching that inspired me, and I decided in 2014 to make a new one just to kind of update it. And I knew there was like a lot more female spinners who could be represented there, so that's how it got its.
So this, the one that recently released, that's the second one.
That's the second one that I've made. It's the third one total.
And how did you find these ladies around the world? Because it's like an international, it's a global feature.
Yeah, and that was something I was really hoping to have in both of the ones I made, just because I know that, you know, I mean, even within the U.S., but internationally, like there are different styles of spinning going on. People are focusing on different things, and so it's interesting to see what everyone's doing around the world. And so, yeah, I mean, in terms of finding people, I just posted in various Poi forums to let people know that they could submit things. And then I knew of certain people who like had either been in the video in the past or who I had seen online, and I wanted to potentially have them in the video. So I definitely like tracked some people down and I didn't like pressure anyone to be in it if they didn't want to. It was only if they wanted to be, obviously, not under duress, but like I definitely poked some people. Definitely like the international people. Lara Leo, I hope I'm pronouncing her name right, had quite a few conversations or exchanges where there was a lot of Google Translate being used. I speak a little Russian, but I speak like 2% of the Russian that she speaks. So yeah, and I'm really glad that they all ended up submitting, or a lot of people did, because yeah, it was quite a global span. So.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. It was really inspiring to see so many talented women featured, because in the beginning of Poi, right, like it was female dominated, and now it's largely male dominated, and it is because of, I think, this technical focus. So that was really cool that you had this technical poi women focus. Yeah, was that a conscious decision on your part?
The decision to, or which
one? The technical aspects of poi, because it's titled, I mean, female.
Yeah. I mean, I can't really entirely take credit for that because I'm just sort of following in the footsteps of what Marvin decided to do initially. But I mean, yeah, I definitely, I mean, I still sometimes question whether or not to even call myself a tech spinner, because there are some aspects of tech spinning, like I'm not a super cerebral spinner in the sense that I don't really like to think about what I'm doing and analyze it. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but that's just not for me. So like when people get into the like nitty gritty math of it and whatnot, I'm just, that's not, you know, my thing. But yeah, I mean, I personally am drawn to like learning cool and difficult moves, and I think that's what ends up being represented in tech videos. So yeah, I guess yeah, it was a conscious decision, I would say.
How long did it take you to put the call out, collect the videos, do the editing?
Let's see. I mean, I started to gauge initial interest like back in February or something, and that was the thing. Like, you know, I asked people whether they were even interested in making one or another one, and whether people were interested in watching another one, because I didn't really want to put the work into it if there wasn't the interest. But people definitely seemed to be down. So, and people had been asking me to make another one, or to collab, to help facilitate the collaboration of another one. And so yeah, I put a call out to see if people were interested back in the winter, but I also kind of didn't want to do it in the middle of the winter because I just felt like it would be nicer if people could have the opportunity to like go outside and film, or, you know, whatever. And people probably know that the winter in Boston, which is where I live, sucked pretty hard. So I was also kind of bogged down by that. So yeah, so it didn't, you know, end up happening until the summer. But in terms of like just putting together all the clips people sent me, like, you know, people were sending them to me over about a month's period, and then like a lot of them came in the last week, and I'd probably like, you know, dedicate just like a couple days to really putting them together. And there's a lot of troubleshooting with just getting certain video formats to work and things like that. Yep.
Well, it's oh, did I just went away? Oh well. So it's really great that you were able to do that and dedicate and put so much time into it, because handling all those formats, international conversations, I mean, I feel like to me it seems like if I would to estimate how many hours you put into it, it's probably like 40, like at least 40 hours into this project.
Yeah, that would be a more succinct answer than the one I just babbled on. Probably 40 hours seems like a fair estimate.
Like, it's really great, and you tagged every artist on the YouTube channel. Like, you're like, oh, you want to see this person? Here's their timestamp. Like, that was really nice too. I felt like it was a way to get everyone seeing, because they could, like, you know, skim through them if you wanted. And
yeah, definitely, because it is a super long video. I mean, a lot of collaboration videos out there are, like, if you look at contact juggling collab videos or whatever, they can go on and on. And when I initially put it out, or the other one that I did, there was like kind of a bit of, I don't want to say backlash, but people were, you know, a bit like astounded by how long it was, and I ended up making like a little preview video that was just like 2 minutes long, so people could see like just a tiny clip. I didn't end up doing that this time because honestly, like, I also got the feedback that a lot of people were just watching it all the way through. Like, after I made this one, somebody messaged me and was like, I just watched the Ladies of Tech Boy video. It was awesome. I'm going to watch it again in its entirety right now. You know, like, so, you know, everybody has thumbs and fingers. They can click ahead if they want to, or they don't, you know. And yeah, I know a lot of people just want to see like their specific friend in it and then move along with their day. So.
Well, do you have any, like, I think one, I do just want to like thank you again for really bringing women in the community to the forefront. Do you have any commentary about like being a woman in a male-dominated scene? Uh-oh, I think we froze.